Shalom. This is the Sea and Milk of Yahweh Shah, Lion's Den. I camp out with Lion Den, Hawan Ben Yashua in Jacksonville, Florida. First, I have to give a prayer to the Father, to the Son, to the elders, to the archons, and to the women and children. Kal, Halayim, La, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Bahashem, Ha, Rokak, Rodash, Mahamav. In the name of Yahweh Shai, in spirit, holy, and in truth. Double honors to the elders of GMS. Double honors to my elder Hawan. Salutation to the archons who are the four corners of the earth in sincerity and truth. And to the women and children, Shalom. Well, one of the archons in our camp, Lion's Den, sent this video in our chat group. And it has to do with some skulls that were stolen. You know? Now, I wouldn't be surprised if one of them or some of them were used in these fraternities as well, right? Like George Bush Jr. and his dad, right? I'm just saying, okay? I could be wrong, but they want to apologize, okay? I'm gonna play a little bit of the video. Then I go into the lesson. Keep it short tonight. The title of this lesson: All those who hate me love death. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have an update on the University of Pennsylvania and, them stealing black skulls of people that were formerly enslaved and also black Philadelphians that they had on display for years. So they're divulging a little more information. Plus, I have their lame-ass apology, and I'll get around to that soon. So, ladies and gentlemen, what have they done with these bones that they stole? Well, they said for many years they had these skulls in their advanced anthropology classes surrounded with a couple of hundred skulls. And, they used them for study, but you remember they stole these slaves, and some of these people were not slaves, but they were all nevertheless black. All right. So the university is still, claiming they're going to rebury at least 13 black Philadelphians whose remains were kept as part of the Morton Cranial Collection. And they also had several hundred slaves from Cuba.
Wow.
So they knew exactly who these people were. They got a name for them, but they have withheld it all this time. So they have issued an apology, ladies and gentlemen. So let's get to that. So, of course, they're claiming they're going to take action and helping to rebury these folks that they dug up and stole. And so this includes the remains of black Philadelphians with the Samuel G. Morton Cranial Collection. And as I stated before, they also have the remains of slaves and their skulls. It's amazing. Just amazing. They got everybody's skull except for the people that look like them. They made sure they didn't use those skulls.
Wait, let me stop right there. I'll play it. That's funny and that's true, right? But the other question is, since they're using the word stolen, how much money did they make out of that when they stole it? And what year did they dug it up? Because right now we're living in 2022. Right? I mean, it's no big surprise, to be honest with you. I mean, they are standing in stolen land, right? Making rules and laws and forcing it for everyone to obey or else, Okay, let me go to the lesson here. I want to go to Proverbs chapter 8, verse 36. But he that sins against me wrongs his own soul. All they that hate me love death. Well, then again, we know that the Edomites, okay, they hate Yahweh Shin Yahweh Shai, okay? And we know also that they hate us, nothing new, okay? The so-called Negros, Latinos, Native Americans, and speckled birds, right? More proofs always keeps coming out when they say, "Oh no, 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 that wasn't us. That was our grandfathers in the past, right?" Or the 501c3 incorporated churches, right? Forgive and love everybody, right? Yeah, okay. Let's see what the scriptures say. I want to go to Proverbs chapter 20, verse 2. Let me do this. Okay, here we go. The fear of a king is as the roaring of a lion. Whoso provokes him to anger sins against his own soul. Woo! Well, don't the Edomites are always provoking Yahweh Shin Yahweh Shai with their pagan holidays? Don't they always provoking the so-called Negros, Latinos, Native Americans, and speckled birds? Right? His people. Just saying. No, it's in the Bible. Isaiah. Chapter 60. Verse 2. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. But Yahweh shall arise upon thee, and the glory shall be seen upon thee. Right? Upon who? Those who have been the chosen elect, right? The 144,000 chosen elect. While everybody's running into ignorance, right? What they've been hiding in their hearts and their mind. The so-called Negros, Latino, Americans, and speckled birds, 2/3, are going to be in the wrath. And then those who are elect chosen are 144,000. I hope and pray I'm one of them. As well as I pray that my Akims and my elders camp and my elder and other camps around the world, right? Who have been doing the work of Yahweh Shin Yahweh Shai. And 1/3, right? Man and woman will be called and be protected and saved from this fire that's going to come to America from these missiles. It's going to be ugly, okay? And you know, when they ask for an apology, forgiveness, you got to keep in mind, number one, they're standing in stolen land. Number two, they're going to mandate the mark, right? The MOTB, right? And they're going to mandate also a cashless society, going into a digital currency where they can steal more and you own nothing and be very happy. And when they say you own nothing, they're talking about your children, your wife and husbands, right? You're going to have to ask permission just to have sex and pay with tax. Okay, let me move on. Jeremiah. No freebies and no quickies. That's right. Jeremiah 13, verse 16. Give glory to Yahweh your God before he cause darkness and before your feet stumble upon the dark mountains. And while ye look for light, he turns it into the shadow of death and makes it gross darkness. It's very serious, right? That mountain of wickedness, the Edomites, right? Dark as hell. Because we are living in hell, by the way. Okay, it's not under the ground like the 501c3 incorporated prostitute churches keep telling you, right? I want to go to Proverbs, like chapter 16, verse 4. Yahweh has made all things for himself. Yeah, even the wicked for the day of evil. And who he's talking, even the wicked for the day of evil, the Edomites, right? Yeah, I got a good question for you out there, so-called Negros Latinos, American speckled birds, right? Who are not into accepting who you really are. Check this out. How can you forgive Satan when he was created to be Satan? That'd be impossible, right? So how can you forgive his children, the Edomites? It's something to think about, okay? Since you're into that Santa Claus bullshit. I'm going to take it to Jeremiah 17, verse 5. Thus said Yahweh, cursed be the man that trusts in man, and makes flesh his arm, and whose heart, meaning mind, depart from Yahweh. Okay? So as you can see, the Edomites, okay, they cannot run to Yahweh Shin Yahweh Shai. Okay? I mean, even when they speak, they will not call his name. They got to stick to that Jesus, okay? The blue-eyed, long blonde hair with high heels. That's Caesar Borgia, the son of a pope. That's how come they keep calling for him. That's all they can call for, their own kind. Wake up call. All right, let me move on. I'm keeping it short tonight. Roman chapter 9, verse 13. Here we go. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. He never stopped hating Esau or the spirit that Esau was given, and then move on to the Edomites. I mean, you gotta get out of that Christian mentality and get out of there quick, man. Okay, the second shutdown's around the corner. All hell's about to break loose. 2023, okay, even though it looks beautiful for us, but for 2/3 so-called Negros Latino American and speckled birds, it's not that good. Okay? I'm going to leave it with Ezekiel. Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 5. Now, even though we keep mentioning about the 2/3, you're going to come back to the new kingdom as babies, but your punishment here is going to be real ugly. Verse 5, because thou hast had a perpetuate hatred and hast sheared the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, right? The blessing that the Edomites was given in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end, right? You didn't stop. You kept coming after us, even when we flee and we went in different directions. And then you say that so-called, right? They call him Columbus, discover the new land. when he was reading, he was reading the Bible and he had the Apocrypha book. You know, you can see when you look at the movie. So, and he came with Hebrews, right, to speak the language. So if you don't want to open your eyes to the truth, then that means you hate the truth, and that also means that you hate Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? And you're demanding that you want death. You want to suffer greatly before he takes you out. I'm going to play a little bit more, and then I'll turn it off.
So the Penn Museum and the University of Pennsylvania apologize for the unethical possession of human remains in the Morton collection. Dr. Christopher Wood, the Penn Museum, Williams director, said, "It's time for these individuals to be returned to their ancestral communities, where possible as a step towards atonement. No, see, it can't be atonement unless you are trying to right a wrong. And you're really doing this because of the bad publicity. That's not atonement. So, and you're not repairing anything. Are you making the families whole of the people you stole? Of course not. You're not willing to do that."
Okay, I'll leave it at that. I hope that this was edifying, and with that I'll say Shalom.